Welcome to today's explainer. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by the literal thousands of different hair care tips floating around out there, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down a highly structured, chronological daily routine that's designed to help you achieve perfect hair health. We're going to look at some source material that beautifully simplifies all this noise into a 5-step sequence. It's a journey that moves from the outside in, and it's practically guaranteed to transform how you treat your hair every single day.
So here is our sequential roadmap for today. We'll be moving through protection, cleansing, conditioning, drying, and finally, nutrition. All right, kicking things off with step 1, protection.
We actually begin this routine before you even step foot into the shower. We have to focus on the external armor we need to build to guard our hair against daily damage. Let's be real for a second. What exactly do you do before you start styling your hair? If you're reaching for a blow dryer, a curling iron, or a straightener, applying a heat protection barrier is an absolute necessity. It is not an optional step, guys. Without it, you are quite literally frying the outer layers of your hair cuticles. So this is your very first line of defense.
And hey, beyond just thermal protection, the products you apply to your hair and scalp every single day matter immensely. You really want to choose products formulated with natural ingredients. Why? Because harsh synthetics can completely strip your scalp's microbiome. By prioritizing natural components, you're safely preventing disruptive scalp infections that can literally stop healthy hair growth in its tracks. Think of your scalp as the soil from which your hair grows. You absolutely have to protect its ecosystem.
Moving right along to step 2, cleansing.
Okay, now we're in the shower phase, which is where the hygienic foundation of a healthy scalp is truly set. It sounds super basic, I know, but regular scalp cleansing is a total non-negotiable in this chronological routine. And notice I'm specifically saying your scalp and not just your hair. The goal here is to remove that inevitable buildup of dead skin cells, excess oils, and environmental pollutants that just accumulate over time. If you skip this, you get clogged follicles, which weakens your hair right at the root.
Now this part is actually really fascinating because of the specific combinations recommended. On one hand, we've got deeply traditional, protein-rich egg shampoo, which people have used for generations to fortify their hair strands. But right alongside it, we have modern chemical exfoliants like salicylic and glycolic acid shampoos. These acids are incredibly effective at gently dissolving scalp buildup, and you don't even need any harsh physical scrubbing. It's really the perfect blend of ancient wisdom and modern dermatological science.
That brings us to step 3, conditioning.
Transitioning to the post-cleanse step, I really need to emphasize that conditioning is a strict every wash rule. Every single time you shampoo, you're raising the hair cuticle. Conditioning is the critical step that smooths that cuticle back down. It locks in the moisture and ensures your hair stays manageable and protected against friction. Honestly, if you skip this step, you're leaving your hair in a highly vulnerable and porous state.
Now, I know some of you are probably wondering about exactly what types of products to use, and there's a really practical point to make here. Whether you're using a dedicated, multi-step standard conditioner, or maybe you're someone who loves the time-saving convenience of a 2-in-1 product, the ultimate guaranteed result of this step is undeniably shiny hair. The mechanism is exactly the same. You're smoothing the cuticle so it reflects light. The format you choose actually matters way less than the consistency of just making sure you do it.
All right, step 4, drying.
So, we've stepped out of the shower, and this is where we have to contrast the right and wrong way to handle wet hair. When your hair is wet, it's highly elastic and super prone to snapping. The correct approach is to slowly and gently dry your hair using a microfiber towel. These absorb water through capillary action without causing friction. This is the complete opposite of that highly destructive yet incredibly common habit of rough rubbing with a regular cotton towel. Rough rubbing immediately roughs up the cuticle, causes frizz, and eventually leads to severe breakage. Okay, so we've built up this incredible external defense system in our bathroom routine, right? We've protected, cleansed, conditioned, and safely dried our hair. But wait, what about from the inside? Is all this topical care actually enough on its own? This brings us to the absolute foundation required for true, lasting hair health.
And that is step 5, nutrition.
Let's break down this grocery list into some highly actionable categories, just so you can easily remember to include these exact nutrient-dense foods in your daily meals. Your hair is primarily made of a protein called keratin. To build it, you need strong protein sources, things like cottage cheese, chicken, lentils, and kidney beans. But alongside those structural building blocks, you also need healthy fats and micronutrients, which are packed into almonds, walnuts, flaxseed, chia, and pumpkin seeds. Putting these together gives your body the raw materials it needs to literally construct strong hair.
And look, you don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight to get these benefits. Just taking a handful of flaxseed, chia seeds, or pumpkin seeds and sprinkling them onto your morning oatmeal or maybe blending them into a smoothie provides a massive dose of omega-3 fatty acids and zinc. It's such a tiny daily habit, but it has a huge long-term payoff.
To wrap up the nutrition side of things, let's look at the ultimate payoff of this dietary shift. By consuming these specific proteins and healthy fats, the source assures us that this naturally moisturizes hair. Think about how cool that is. Instead of solely relying on expensive topical serums to fake moisture on the outside, you are creating intense internal hydration that organically moisturizes the hair right from the scalp outwards. Your body literally does the work for you.
So let's summarize the chronological journey we just took. We started with proactive heat and natural protection. We moved into deep, targeted cleansing of the scalp. We locked all that health in with daily conditioning. We avoided mechanical damage through gentle microfiber drying. And finally, we fueled the entire system through internal nutrition. Every single one of these 5 steps links together to form an unbreakable chain of hair protection and growth. If you skip one, the whole chain breaks.
Take a second to honestly evaluate your own daily habits right now. Which link in this 5-fold path is currently missing from your routine? Are you rough drying your hair? Are you skipping the heat protectant? Or maybe you're just totally forgetting those essential seeds in your diet. Identify that missing link today, apply these structured steps to your life, and just watch your hair health transform. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you on the next one.